guys. So we're gonna do something a little different today. Some other thing that I really enjoy doing is artwork. I actually went to school for art. Didn't get me super far. I did work on some films and stuff like that, but I kind of fell out of love with it. So I'm trying to pursue more like natural art, really like animals and painting and stuff like that, and taking more of a leisurely take on it. So I do have this round of wood. I've had it for a little bit. I've used it for a different craft, so I'm just repurposing it. I'll probably scrape off the foam on the back of this. But yeah, so first things first is my thumbnail sketches. You might see Seville peeking his head underneath the camera now. All the cats love when I paint. I do not know why. I don't know if they pick up on good vibes or something, but they love it when I paint or do any kind of drawing or sculpting or things like that. So you can expect to see a head pop in every once in a while. Move it, sir. So these are my thumbnail sketches. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with this one, but I'm going to explain why and what each one is here. This top one here, I'm trying to kind of follow the roundness of my canvas here. So this top one would have been different snake species with a field mouse curled up around a seed in the center. And as an afterthought, I was kind of looking at it, and the snakes kind of look like tree rings when I have them put together like that. So might revisit that at some point. The second one here, I actually sculpted this grizzly a little while ago. He's a little cartoony looking. I would have to repaint the eyes. But this are very poorly drawn salmon. These are only thumbnail sketches. They took me 10-second piece. But to have the bears sculpt in the center on a backdrop of berries that they would eat with salmon circling around. And this is that grizzly sculpt. So he would sit right there in the center. Definitely want to revisit this because I'd like to finally have him finished off as something. You need to get out of here, camera hog. So definitely would like to revisit this. This other one, don't really like. Probably not going to revisit it on one of these. Maybe as a regular canvas. But it's just a tent along a river and some pines with a very harsh, like, not harsh, but very heavy on lighting and putting a very large emphasis on the lighting. But the one that we are going to go with is a fox chasing a rabbit around a circle, followed by smaller circles between the two of them to fill in with both rabbit and fox tracks. Depending on the amount of space I have, I might do multiple rings, but on here I just drew 2 rings. And these are going to be a little tighter together. So we're going to end up doing this one. First step is to get a pencil so you can actually draw it out. I don't have a pencil sharpener, or rather I did, and I have no clue where it is. So we're just going to do this way. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. And of course I do have some reference sketches. I want to kind of take a less realistic, more stylized. I'd like to work on my style a lot more. So I'm thinking more in terms of like an older Victorian style, such as this. I do have a real life picture of a fox, but this rabbit will kind of be the inspiration for the rabbit. A little bit more cartoony, I guess. we deviated a little bit from the thumbnail sketch. So I didn't actually... I couldn't arrange the fox's legs in a way that I personally liked. It just, every time I drew it, it looked a little wonky, so this looks better. There's more action and movement with it. But this gave me more of an S-shaped center than the rounded center like I planned for. So I think I'm actually just gonna fill this in with like a fern branch of sorts. One that doesn't have an end, so it's like kind of mirrored on either side. I kind of started like giving an idea of what it'll look like in there. I'll just make one very thick, actually I have. So this is a rabbitfoot fern. And I'll pretty much be mirroring this on either side. Or maybe I'll even take an old one and kind of stamp it in there. Snip off one of these dead pieces like this guy here and dip it in the paint. That's an idea. I might do that actually. I'll test it on some paper first, but I might be able to just do kind of like a print. Yeah, that would be cool. Alright, we're gonna try that, but we're gonna move on to painting the animals. And I am saying animals in that way on purpose. By the way.